Hello, I'm Rosalba, an illustrator and writer of children's books. Welcome to today's video. Today, I'm going to talk about reference materials. People usually ask me, where do you get your ideas from when you write in your children's books or the stories of my books? And the answer is from everywhere. If money is not a problem, I usually get my books from places like The Works. The Works in the UK, it's a place that sells stationery, all sorts of books, art and crafts materials. And that's a place that actually, it's a really good place because you can get things at a very low price. For example, I got these 3 books for £5, and I think that's a really good price. So actually it also works if you're on a budget, because I don't think £5 is a lot of money. Obviously, if you have a lot of money to spend, you can go to bookshops, or the bookshops like W.H. Smith here in the UK, or Waterstones, and get your books from there. However, if you are on a budget, there are other places that you can go, like car boot sales here in the UK, where parents usually try to get rid of old clothes, some books that they don't need any longer, and there you can get about 5 books for £1. So that works out about 20 pence per book. I think in America it's garage sales, so yard sales. Other places that I like getting books from is charity shops, and also they are sold very, very cheaply there. I think in America it's thrift stores and Goodwill shops and things like that. Now, if you're in a country in which you don't have these things going on, then perhaps you can try public libraries if you have libraries near your house, so in the area where you live. Or the other thing that I did was borrow books from a friend. I have a friend who's got a little girl, and I asked because I was interested in finding out, what sort of books her little girl was interested in, and that gave me a lot of ideas as to what kind of characters I could develop for my books and things like that. So I think I have covered all the areas that are where I get my books from. So I normally do that in order to get references in terms of the format. So I'll show you what I mean. So if we have a look at this book, for example, it's sort of, it shows the kind of images you can have on the cover page and the size of the title, and obviously it tells you that you need to have your name, the name of the author and the illustrator as well. So it shows you what sorts of things can go on the first page, and here they just have some lovely prints of leaves, and then here you can tell on this side of the book that this page, which is we have one, really almost the second page, that you should have some writers put like a dedication area there, section, and then you need to write the name of the year, of the name of the publisher and things like that. So it just tells you there the sort of things you need to think about. And then they have another page here with the title of the book again, the name of the author and an illustration there, which is really beautiful. And then the story starts. So this is a beautiful, beautiful story, and it tells, you can also see the sort of size of the writing, the font, the type of font, and it tells you really that you need to also plan where you're going to be illustrating your characters, that you need to leave a space for the text. So so things like that. Also, you can count the number of pages, for you to have an idea as to how many illustrations you need. It tells you also, it shows that you can have almost a double spread illustration there, and a little one here where you can write more stories, and it just sort of gives you an idea of how to put the illustrations, a small area with a little picture, or a full page, perspective as well. Do you illustrate them in the middle of the page, or like this in one size, or do you make one much bigger, an enhanced version of the character? And it's just really lovely. It also tells you whether these are the sort of illustrations that you want to, not necessarily copy. It's not about copying people or authors, but it's about deciding the sort of illustration you like to try to attempt with your stories. So this is really beautiful. It's really beautiful, and I'm not sure whether I would be able to do it like that, but certainly I would find it very, very inspiring for me to even at least attempt and try. This is another beautiful way of illustrating. It's absolutely beautiful, and I think, oh yes, this is really inspiring. I would be happy to try to do something, even if it's just slightly close as beautiful as this. But the idea is that you find your own style. So I'll show you another book. This is a book which is also a lovely book, but it just tells me that this style is perhaps not my favorite. It's charming in its own way and everything, but I think it's done, forgive me if it's not done digitally, but it looks to me as if it's digital work, and it's absolutely lovely, but it tells me, no, this is not the way I like to illustrate my book. However, it gives me lovely ideas in terms of perspective, and the how the mountains could be done, and little houses on top of the mountains. So it's very charming and beautiful, but I decided, when I looked at it, I thought it's not necessarily what I'd like to do with my books. However, and again, it's by reading and having a look at a wide variety of books. I find this really, really beautiful. And when I looked at this, I thought, oh, this is certainly, something I'd like to try. Not necessarily exactly, because, I wouldn't be able to do it even if I wanted to. I have now developed my own style, but in terms of this, the softness of the lines, the themes, even the theme is about a dinosaur and a little boy. I found that really appealing and inspiring. So I hope that this has given you ideas of how to format your book, how to what style you would like to develop, and and point things in the right direction for you to be inspired and to give it a go and to try. And as you can see, you don't have to spend a lot of money to acquire a wide variety of children's books for you to get your ideas from. So that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.